Hi all, good morning. Okay, so in previous class we have discussed about reports and in that particularly summary reports. So we have done a demo of the summary report, how to configure the summary report. So this is a summary report is a type of report which allows us grouping based on the rows. Okay, so we have a grouping component on the rows. Row level grouping is possible through summary reports, and we can do and there is also we can represent using chart components also, and we can do the grouping up to 3 levels. So we have done this particular assignment as part of our class itself. Okay. So let's go to our org. Let's go to our application. And reports. Yeah, here is the report which we have configured, and we have also scheduled this particular type of summary report, right? So we have added a chat component and then prepared the summary report based on the row level grouping. So yes, this is all we have did, and we have also learned how to subscribe. That means schedule this particular type of report. And yeah, this report is scheduled to run on its schedule, right? And all right, so here we have done the scheduling, and let's see so I'm not sure when it is scheduled or today's run, whether it is completed or not. So for that you can go to setup and search for something called job scheduling. Schedule job. Yes. If you click on that schedule job, you can see what are all the jobs has been scheduled. So even our schedule report also. So if you see this, so this is one report which we have scheduled, and this is other report we have scheduled. So when it is scheduled, whether it is started or not, and when it is going to run next. So everything is given here. Okay. So so this was the latest one. We have scheduled it on 24th, and next run is on 3rd of April. So 24th. So we scheduled on every Monday, something like that. So based on our report time and next scheduled run, like weekly or monthly, we have scheduled, we can see this information under scheduled jobs. Okay. So yes, let's go to our. So next type of report is the joint report. So joint report is nothing but so let me share a simple scenario. Okay. So I have an object called case object, right? So it's a standard object. So I have a team of um, service team. I have service team. So who will be working on Salesforce Service Cloud. Yeah. And their major task is by end of the day, how many cases has been resolved, how many cases has been um, closed, how many cases has been escalated. So this kind of report they need. So let's say I have a report saying, so this is my cases. Okay. So end of the day, I need a report saying I need the cases which are closed, cases which are escalated, and cases which are new, which the newly received cases. So those kind of, so this is one cases object, let's say. So I need a report for closed cases. I need a report for escalated cases, and I need a report for new cases. Okay. So these are different, blocks of data, but again, it all belongs to the case object itself. But I just need, end of the day, I need this kind of blocks of data, which is used to represent different kinds of information based on their state, right? So case state here. So when the case is closed, I need the record to be represented here. When the case is escalated, I need the record to be represented here. And when the case is new, I need the record to be coming out here. Okay. So this way, like representing the single object data in different blocked format. So for that, we need a type of report. So yes, our metric, our tabular report doesn't represent, because tabular report is simple table. Of course, here we have four different tables, but this for these four different tables, we need to create four different tabular reports, right? But can we do this in a single report? Is that possible? So our tabular report is eliminated. So let's come to our summary report. Summary reports gives only a grouping based on the row level items, right? So this one is based on the state. So and it needs to show blocks of data in different blocks. So summary report cannot do. And so there comes our joint report. So all these blocks together, we can put them in one single report, and we can generate a report. So that's the mm, usage of a joint report. So joint report will actually allows us multiple tabular reports data into single report. So here we can see like four different tables of data, right? If we want to go with a tabular report, we can go, but only thing is four different reports we will have to create. So yeah, so in order to do that, not to create four tabular reports, we can go ahead with a report type called joint report. So joint report will allow us to combine multiple tabular reports data into a single report, right? Yeah. And this joint report, like in this, each table, each block will be represented as a each table can be represented as a block, and each block can have its own rows and its own columns. So we can have different rows in each of the block. We can have different columns in each of the block. And we can apply filters on each of the block based on our convenience. So all these four different types of blocks are called, tables are called blocks in joint report. And we can represent the required data in each block based on uh, the user defined conditions. We can define our own conditions for each block data, right? So that is where our joint report comes into picture. So we can represent multiple blocks of data in one single report using the joint reports. And each of this table in this report is called block. And we can define our own filters for fields and filters for each of the block. So this is about joint report, but this joint report has a few limitations. Let's say it can support only maximum of 5 blocks. So here I have drawn only 4 blocks, right? Another 1 block. So we can represent the tabular this particular joint report in maximum of 5 blocks, not more than 5 blocks. And this chat components are not applicable for the joint reports. So chat components are, let's say, applicable only for summary reports and matrix reports. So it's not applicable for our tabular reports. It's not applicable for our joint reports. So chat components are not applicable. And uh, joint reports cannot be schedulable. So if for a report data to be scheduled, able to be for us to schedule the data, it should be in a tabular format, and grouping is not allowed. So that's the reason scheduling, the joint reports are not schedulable. Okay. So that is about the joint reports. So it's just another type of report wherein we can group the data based on some blocks, different blocks, and all those blocks can be put together in one single report, that is joint report. Of course, we can go with the tabular report. Only thing is, for each block, we will have to create one single tabular report, right? So so if there is a blocks of data which we need to present in one single report, so up to maximum of 5 blocks, probably this joint reports is the best solution. Yep. Okay. So yeah, let's make a note. So joint reports allows us to combine multiple tabular reports data into single report. So yes, we can represent the data in tabular format, but in order to avoid us creating 5 separate reports, we can create one single report. Each table inside joint report will be referred as a block, and each block can have its own fields and filters. Okay. So these blocks, these 4 blocks which we were representing, they were all different states of data. Okay. So we can include one more block as well. That is the maximum capacity of a joint report. So these 4 blocks of data which we were representing, each of them can have fields and filters, their own fields and then their own filters. And we can represent the required data in each block based on user-defined conditions. And yes, these are the limitations. Maximum 5 blocks can't be schedulable, and chat components are not applicable. So these are the drawbacks or limits of our joint reports. So let's go ahead to our org and do the practical session. Okay, so go to reports, right? Click on new report. Okay, before let's read out our some assignment on the joint reports. Okay, so configure a joint report to represent the support case details in various blocks based on the case status. So this is our scenario. Okay, so this assignment we are going to um, prepare a joint report for this, right? So here I'm going with cases object select the object, click on start report. Right. So here, if you see the configuration things, so here beside the report, so beside the report, there is an arrow mark, right? So that one is you need to be used here. So for any other type of report, it's just the report by default. But for joint reports, you will have to go here and select the report type as joint. Okay, and apply. Okay, refresh. And here for the report, I have, so I'm selecting the columns. I don't want this case owner. I want the case ID. So this is one block actually. If you can see here, it's creating a block here, right? So you can actually, so you can select the columns which you want, and uh, also remove the columns, add the columns. Uh, okay, you just click on save. So new cases, joint, cases joint report, unique name it gives, report description, and save. So here I just want to edit because I want to add multiple blocks of data. Right. So here you can see case block one. I just want to create mm, closed cases. So this is closed. So this is my closed block. So here, what is the filter? So you go to filters and under closed, uh, closed filter, and okay. So this is, so what are the sorry, columns, fields you wanted to add? You can add here. So you want the, so account name is not needed. I just need the case ID. Okay. Case ID, subject, date opened, age is not needed for me now. So I'm just removing it. Do we have something called state? Yeah, status. Okay. Status equals to closed is the filter condition I want to apply for this particular block. So click on that and yes, you can see. So all the closed cases you can see here. So I want to see here, you can see a button, right? So just before creating the report, this was not there. Now it is there because we can go ahead and add the next block. So I'm clicking on add block cases. Right? So you can select this as escalated. So the case is escalated. So here, so again, go ahead and add what are all the fields you want to add. You can add status. I don't need case owner. I don't need account name. I need the case ID. I don't need any filter on the case IDs. Okay. So, so here, if you go, so you don't need age, remove. Column. What is it you needed? Status, right? Status, and you can add the filter condition escalated. So status equals to escalated. We want to filter that in the cases, escalated cases block. So you can add the blocks here and you can give the fields and the filter conditions. So everything we are able to do. Let's go ahead and add another new block. Add block on the cases. Add default columns. I don't want default columns. I want to create my own columns. Okay, so 1 second. So this filters, fields, and I have this closed cases report. And 1 second, I am not seeing this. The third block. So if I give the condition as status, status is new and apply. Okay, let us save this particular. Okay, all right, two blocks we were able to add. The third block, I'm not sure. Let's see. Okay, let's go to our reports, cases join report. Right. So we have the cases closed, we have the cases escalated, and we have the cases which are new. So this block data we were not able to edit. I am not sure why, but yes, we can do it. Okay. And we don't have any cases of type escalated. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open few cases and mark them as escalated. So let's see, 23 cases are closed cases. So I'm opening three of the cases and marking them as escalated. Okay. So let's see whether the report runs real time or not. Okay. Go to that case. Instead of closed, I'm marking as escalated and then save. This case also I'm marking as escalated, save, and this also save. Okay, so these three cases has been, so now the closed should be 20 and we have escalated 3, right? So let's go ahead and go to our reports. So I just open that report. Yes, it's showing, right? So here closed is 20 and we have 3 escalated cases and we have 3 new cases. Okay, so this is how we create blocked data, that is joint reports, by blocking data in different formats. Okay, I'm going ahead and editing that particular. Okay, the third block, I'm editing the name as new cases, right? New. Okay, and what else I need? So I'm done, right? So here you can see 3 blocks: closed, escalated, and new. Closed have the closed, criteria, filter condition, status is closed. Escalated has the filter condition, status has escalated, and new has filter condition, escalated as new. And I'm going to save and run. Okay, so this is how our joint report looks like. So it has closed block, escalated block, and new block. So we also checked whether it is picking up the data correctly or not. So there were 23 closed cases, of which I have marked open 3 of them here and mark them as escalated so that we can see only 20 as closed and 3 as escalated. Okay, so if you want to recheck signal panel, that's the description right here it is. So we have marked it manually as escalated, right? So yes, this is how our report looks like. And as said, so maximum of 5 blocks we can do. We did 3 blocks here, and chat components are not applicable, and that is the reason here your add chat button is disabled. And you go ahead and see here, you can't see an option subscribe, right? So this is, joint reports are not schedulable, right? So this is about the joint reports, I would say, and I would ask you to uh, do this assignment by yourself as we did in the class. You can work on different objects if you want and different criteria. Okay, so this is all about the joint reports. It's basically, representing the blocks of data. Instead of going plain tabular reports, we can represent up to 5 blocks of data in one single report using the joint reports. All right, so let's go ahead with another type of reports called matrix reports. So matrix reports is nothing but it's just like similar to just a matrix. So we have this matrix, right? It has rows and columns. So let's say 4, 2, 8, and 1. So it's a 2 rows and 2 column matrix. So it's called 2 by 2 matrix. So as in our case, in our summary reports, we were able to group the data based on the row level grouping. So when it comes to matrix reports, it is again a type of report where we can group the data based on row level grouping as well as the column level grouping. We can do the grouping based on both row level grouping and column level. And this matrix report is, we can also represent it in the chat components and we can also schedule this particular report. Okay. So chat components, it's applicable for summary reports and matrix reports, right? And yeah, it's not applicable for tabular reports and joint reports, chat components. Okay. So, and this matrix report, we can also schedule those reports based on our periodic time intervals, and we can then, send the report to the specified requester. Yeah, we can do that. So matrix report is nothing but, so in summary reports, it's just only the row level grouping we were doing. But in matrix report, we can do both row level grouping and column level. Okay. So yeah, let us make a note of matrix report. So this is, so matrix report allows us to apply both row level and column level grouping of data, whereas our summary reports allows us row level grouping on the record. Only row level grouping we were doing. But in matrix report, we can do column level grouping also. That's the difference between matrix and summary reports. And matrix reports data can be represented in the form of chart components. So we can add chart components to our matrix report and we can schedule the report to be run based on the time intervals whichever we require. Okay, so this is about a matrix report. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a demo of matrix report. For that, we have an assignment. Yeah, configure a matrix report to represent opportunity records inside the report by applying the stage name column for low level grouping and probability field for the column level group. Represent the report data in chart component. Yeah, okay. Schedule report to be run weekly on Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. Okay. So this is our assignment. So let's go ahead and do our practical on this particular report. So let's go to our org again. Okay, go to reports and new report. So our assignment is on opportunities. So let's go to opportunities object, select it and start report. Okay, so what we are going to do as per our assignment, so report insight by applying stage name for column, stage name column for row level mapping. Okay, so we have row level mapping here, right? So group rows. So here I'm going to mark our stage name as the criteria. And when it comes to columns, so we need to go ahead with probability and probability field for column level grouping. Okay. So go to our, so here in columns, if you see probability, okay, you need to save opportunities matrix. Opportunities matrix report and unique name it generates. Click on save. So we just mentioned the row level grouping here, and let's see our report. Okay. So this is our report. Go to our reports, opportunities matrix report. Click on edit. See, here I can see group columns, right? So initially it was just the summary report. Now I am going to group based on my columns also. Based on the rows, it has already grouped, that is based on stage name, and based on columns, I'm going to group it. So probability is the field I am selecting. Okay, right. So this is again stage level grouping. Okay, and this is the column level grouping, and this is the row level grouping. So we have both the groupings here, right? And yes, click on save, click on run. Let's see how the report looks like. So it will have again two blocks of data, but we are grouping based on rows and based on columns. So that's why it's named as matrix report. Okay. So this is column level grouping, and this is our row level grouping. Okay. So, and we can add the chart component to our matrix report. Just give me a second. I'm sorry. So we can see this row level grouping and column level grouping, and that's the reason it's called matrix report. And we are going to add the chart components to this particular report. Okay, so it has taken the default format of bar chart, horizontal bar chart. We can go for vertical bar chart if you want, or else stacked bar. Okay, so yes, and we can give the colors and the orientation, and also we can name this particular chat as so I'm just renaming just like that. Okay, and yeah, this is how you can add your chat component. Okay, so we can add the chat component and then display this particular chat component here. And what we did, okay, so here you can see an option called subscribe, right? So I forgot to show you in the joint report, we will not see the subscribe option because joint reports are not allowed for scheduling, but matrix reports are allowed. So subscribe. So as part of my requirement, I need to run the report on weekly, Monday and Friday, let's say 8 p.m. Okay. And yeah, send it to me and other person if you want. So I'm just selecting only me. Add these conditions to the report. Okay, you can even specify the conditions as well. So by default, it has to attach the file and send it to me. So what type of format also we can select and save it. So this report, it's going to run. So today is Monday. Okay, Monday 8 p.m. is gone. So Friday 8 p.m. it will run and send it to me, the report. Okay. So yeah, click on save. And that's how we do the scheduling for this particular report. Okay. So this is all about matrix report and joint report, which we have discussed. And let's have a small discussion on the chat component, sorry, dashboards. So you just need to have this dashboards tab added to your home screen if you want. Click on the dashboards and you can create the dashboards based on your requirement. Dashboard is nothing but a pictorial representation of report data. So we can add this chat components on our dashboard and display it on our home screen whenever a person logs into uh, whenever a person logs into the Salesforce org. So on the home screen, you can display the dashboards, whatever you want, you can create. So I go to the dashboards, click on new dashboard. Dashboard demo is the dashboard name I want to give. And yeah, before creating a dashboard, you can actually create a folder. Okay. So create a folder TA dashboards. Okay. And save. and go click here on the new dashboard. Dashboards demo is the thing, and select the folder. The folder just we created, TA dashboards. Select it. Okay, create. And it is going to create a canvas for us. So now we are going to add the components onto our dashboard. The components will be the chat components which we have created. So if you want, we can create the chat components to our reports and then keep it ready. So these are the chat components which we have already created for our reports. Okay, so summary report, and let's click on summary, select this component. So I'm going to, we can either make use of the chat components to be displayed as per our requirement. I want it to be donut chat, or else we can click on this where the chat is already prepared. So the same format I'm going to use it. So we can go either way. So just add, I'm going with a donut chat and then add it. And I can also name this particular chat component. The title we can say, let's say sales report. Okay. And update. Here is our sales report. So it's taking by default. It was not using the default component. So I want to add one more report, that is cases joint report. Select. That's how. So joint report is not having the chats, right? So these are the reports available which are created by us. So what are the things? Hot rating customers. Let's select. Since it's a tabular report, chat component is not allowed. Okay. Opportunities matrix report is the one which has the chat component. So we want it to be displayed in a different format. Revenue. Revenue was the name I wanted to give it, and I want to place it here. So I can place it. I want to add other component with the same report and different format. So I have so I want this format to be created. So you can name whatever the component based on the component. I'm just naming it for our look and feel. So here it's a sales report, it's a revenue, and it's a forecast. So I can place the components here like this, and you have the option to save it. Okay, the dashboard is saved. When you click done, yes. So this is how your dashboard looks like. So you can create any dashboards. You can click on refresh. So this data will be the real-time data. It won't be. So suppose in our hot rating customers and all. So if we go ahead and add a new hot rating customer, so the data will be changed based on the newly added hot customer, because here the numbers will be increased. The newly configured data will be appeared on this particular report. So this will be the real-time data on this dashboard. So yes, So this is all about the dashboards, and you can create the dashboards and assign the dashboards on your main screen. So as soon as, so you can customize it here, like the home button, and on the home button I want to display my dashboard. So yes, we can do that. How? Let me go to add more items. I want to add home screen. Okay, click on home, add navigation item, save. Where is my home? Okay, so app launcher. I will remove few of them, okay? Because I do not want, and I want the home to be displayed on top first. Okay, save, and here is your home. So you can customize this particular screen, okay, using your dashboard component. So go to home, click on the setup, edit page, and so this is the default screen which whenever a user logs into your Salesforce org, this home screen will be displayed. So I want the dashboard data to be displayed. So here we have dashboard. You can click on the dashboard, select the insertion point for the component either in the empty region or before. Okay. So I want to remove these components and I want to fit in here. I want to remove this as well. Okay. So here I want to add my dashboard components here. Click on save. Let's see. Activate home. Let's go back. So there was some permissions problem. Let me recheck it. So you can add the dashboards component onto your home screen. So yes, you can do that. You need to give permission for your dashboard, if I'm not wrong, to add it to. See, set the component visibility. Okay. No, let me delete this unnecessary components. Okay, let me put my dashboard component here. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah. And I want to delete this as well. Okay, click on save. Let's see. Activate. And let's go to our home page. There is some permissions issue. Okay. Okay, this is the procedure. You can go to edit page and then click on this. You need to give your dashboard the permissions, like where it can be displayed. Okay, so that's the reason it was not allowing you to display the dashboard on this particular screen. So let's go to dashboards, and this is the dashboard. Can subscribe it. So move to, so you can move to a different folder and try checking all these options. So like the dashboard visibility options should be there, which I'm not. Okay, these are the filters. Okay, so try out those options. The dashboard should be, the task for you is the dashboard should be visible on your home screen. Okay, so that's the task. So this is how you create your dashboards and reports. So we are completed with all the type of reports, and then we talked about dashboards, how to create a dashboard. So yes, go ahead and do these assignments in your free time, the configuring the joint report and configuring the matrix report, and then configuring your own dashboards, making use of the chart components, and then displaying the dashboards and wherever the places you want. So that also we can do. Just go ahead and try the hands-on by yourself. And yeah, this is all about reports and dashboards. And this is all about today's class. Yeah. In the next class, we would be discussing about the security concept, so which is very important, and it will also continue for 3 to 4 classes. Yes, and that's very important concept in terms of day-to-day real-time usage of Salesforce. So yes, please attend the classes and listen carefully and make notes of the class. Yeah. So yeah, that is all for today. Thank you. Have a good day.